Hello and welcome to the Cash Furnace. My name's Eric Downs, and with my co-host Paul Kinzierski, we aim to be your go-to for daily stock and crypto. Today is February the 3rd, and on today's episode, we're going to be discussing a new investment opportunity that I recently discovered today. And Paulie, we're going to be covering basically, we're going to be justifying why should change his name to the Oracle. Um,
God.
we're going to be going over his crypto predictions and how freaking right they are. It's going to be a great episode. It's going to be a short one, and I hope you love it. Let's dive right into it, okay?
All right.
Oh, wait, before we dive in,
Okay.
I do have to remind all of our viewers right at the onset, if you like what you see today, if you
Yeah.
like what we're doing here, please do us 3 favors. They're all free. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notifications bell, help us run up this algorithm, and help us help more people make more money. Let's
That's right.
go.
Dude,
Okay.
I want to get into P10 on the back end because you've already told me about this, and I think
Go ahead.
most significant. That's the best hang we have for the rest of the viewers here. But just quick crypto update, guys. What did we see today? We saw that beautiful MACD cross. So things are looking bullish. Eric, I feel like you're better at explaining the traditional chart analysis definitions than I am. So, could you explain to our viewers how significant a MACD cross is?
Yes, with pleasure. So the MACD, if for those who aren't familiar with it, refers to moving average convergence divergence, and it's very commonly displayed or represented by 2 main graphical features. One of them is a pair of moving lines, of lines that sort of move with each other. One's a short-term moving average, and one is a long-term moving average. Okay, these 2 lines, when they cross over going upward or downward, are typically seen as indicators, albeit lagging indicators. That is, they tend to confirm a trend instead of predict one. But when they cross over, many traders see this as a confirmation of the next move up or down, and they use it as the last, seal of approval on their move, on whatever their move is.
Right.
Now, typically, also going along with the MACD is a sequence of volume bars that essentially will give you a good idea. These volume bars typically go both positive above the 0 line and downward negative below the 0 line. And what these can indicate is basically your positive and negative, or your buy and sell volume within a movement. So for instance, you might see a big wave that goes like this, very common, and it indicates the cycle or the lifetime of an upward trend, and it shows you basically how strong, how much positive volume or negative volume, for example, is going into a trend. Paulie, do you have a MACD up on your screen by chance, or I might be able to bring one up.
I can pull one up. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
So I'll kill time while Paulie does this, but essentially, what we really love to see as traders, especially longer term, swing traders, it might be weeks or even month long trades, is you like to see big sweeping arcs between positive and negative volume, and you like to see very healthy crossovers in between. If you have a stock that's kind of going like this all over, it's really hard to predict when a big move is going to happen, a big strong move. But if all your volume is just big sweeps, it can indicate a lot. And what Bitcoin just did, basically starting technically yesterday, as you can see at the bottom of the screen where Paulie's mouse is, you can see both those moving average lines up top above, and at the bottom you can see those volume bars. And you can see, as we've been trending downward in this downward formation we've seen over the last month and a half or something like that,
Right.
You can see it's been accompanied by very, very heavy, deep red, long volume bars. Indicates a lot of selling strength. And you can see as Bitcoin started to flatten out, you can see that volume letting off. Not always a guarantee, but you can see it's easing. And then right on time with Pauly's announcement and prediction, like clockwork, we see a huge breakout today, huge strong breakout, and you can see our volume is now flipping over. You can see the little green bar starting, and you can see our moving average lines now converging on the verge of crossing over. This is a huge, from a technical analysis standpoint, this is a huge marker. It means a lot. And it's something that any of us who have been waiting for a breakout to an uptrend, any of us who've been waiting for that, it is a pleasant sight to see.
Yeah, agreed. Now this is to kind of continue on the importance of this. A lot of people will sit by a lot of swing traders, conservative swing traders, will sit at the daily chart, and as soon as they see that MACD cross in the negative, they'll pull. As soon as they see that MACD cross into the positive, they'll throw their money in. So seeing this happen this morning is a very good sign and a very good indicator that more people now believe that this is indeed bullish, and we will see more capital flowing in as well, which is great. On the other news, Ethereum is absolutely rocketing up right now. We're at what, 1650-ish range right now as of the recording of this podcast at 8:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I really thought we were going to see a little bit of a pullback in a retest of that 1400 range just for confirmation before we shot off. Looks like nobody even gives a damn right now. If we look actually at the options, the sell options, the short options, it is a dry desert. Anything above 1385 right now.
Wow.
There is nothing out there. There is no negative pressure down right now on Ethereum. And we just hit an all-time high actually for the December 2020 futures options. Ethereum at 10,000. We have currently 800 contracts that have been bought for Ethereum at 10,000 by December of this year. So we are seeing super, super bullish sentiment right now. And it's got me excited, man. This could be one hell of a run for both assets here.
Hey man, you and me both, buddy. This is a God, this is just, it's really wonderful to see. And and I just have to give you infinite credit on this. Pauly called this yesterday, and like
Thanks, man.
clockwork, he nailed it.
I mean, it wasn't a hard thing to see if you knew the data, though, right?
Right. That's true.
And that's most trading. I think we both know this, right? It's putting the time in, putting just the small amount of research in, and then when you find something that you believe rings true and is going to make you some money, you just take a position on it. And we lucked out on this one. I will not be right 100% of the time. I'll take anything over 50%. That'll make me money.
Well,
one other piece of news. Yeah, I will. One other big piece of news. Ethereum is now, as of, we just got the details on last month. It is currently at its highest profitability for miners ever right now at $800 million a month, which is unbelievable. To put this into context that everybody could provide, this is no different than Amazon's earnings report coming out and being the most profitable ever yesterday that we talked about. It means this coin is being utilized. It means that these miners that are staking are getting gas fees higher than ever. It means more traffic than ever on the Ethereum network, and again is a very bullish sign. More projects are being built on this. The projects that are being built on this platform are being utilized more and more. Uh, Sunshine and rainbows for the next week at least. So happy to see it.
Happy to see it
Let's
indeed.
get into P10 though, dude.
Okay.
I'm very excited about this.
This is very interesting. Okay, so Paulie, basically, PIOE is the ticker, and PIOE is the ticker for a company called P10 Holdings. Now, P10 Holdings is a company I got into last year, and I'm to be honest with you, I'm not going to go too far into too much depth necessarily on what they actually do. What you should know is that they do capital management and investment. They do a lot of IP, like patent monetization, and a lot of strategic acquisition as well. I encourage you, if you're interested in this, I encourage you to just hop on their website, just take a quick look. You'll see what I mean. Here's what's really interesting. Today, an article came out, basically from, was it Alluvium, I believe? Let's double check that. Yeah, Alluvial basically came out with a letter to their investors, sort of just kind of highlighting how everything's going, and they mentioned P10 as their largest holding. Well, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, I have P10's one of my biggest holdings too. That's pretty neat. And then they explained, some of the metrics about why P10's doing great, and then one interesting tip, looking into the future that I wasn't aware of. And that is, apparently P10 is so P10 is currently an OTC, or over-the-counter stock, also commonly referred to as a penny stock.
For those of you on Robinhood and Webull, by the way, that means you cannot trade it. So if you have a broker such as TD Ameritrade, you could get through. I don't know the other ones, probably Fidelity, E-Trade, something like that. However, the traditional millennial investment platforms cannot touch this right now, unfortunately.
This is true. Yeah. So this is a trade that if you want to get in, you gotta put on your big boy pants and get a different broker. Nothing wrong with Robinhood, to be honest. I'm a Robinhood fan.
Yep.
They just don't offer it. So anyway, P10, technically a penny stock, trades at about $6 right now. I don't know exactly where it closed, but it's at about $6. And the big news in this letter was that apparently paperwork to be uplisted onto a major exchange. And by a major exchange, I'm referring to, like, for example, the NY, New York Stock Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, this is huge news, man. This is your farm team starter being called up to the NHL.
Yep.
This is a big deal. Right. Lots of eyes going on, can be on the stock here. And is it a guarantee that, we're going to see a big price movement? Not necessarily, but it's a really, really big catalyst. And there is very little reason for it to have any negative effect on the company. All it's doing is it's putting it in the big leagues. There's a million sports analogies you can use, but no matter how you slice it, it's a big deal.
Right.
And I don't know. There's no estimate for when these filings will happen. I don't know what condition they're in, what status they're in. And I don't know when it would happen, but basically, they're expecting a big year, for big 2021 for P10. So again, that's PIOE is the ticker. And this isn't financial advice. We assume no liability for any financial decisions you make. It's an interesting observation that we made in the market today, and one that I can personally say that we're likely going to act on.
That's correct. I just acted today on it. So I'm really excited about the company because this is my first exposure to this. Is me broadening the scope of my investment portfolio right now. I'm very much in the recovery stocks that have done well since October. I'm heavily invested in a couple of weed stocks with this legislation. I think they're going to do really well. But this is my first real financial exposure. And I think this, just doing some basic homework on it, I think that this this company is going to be a smart move for a smart addition, at least today. So I'm excited, man. This is
Me
going to be
too.
good.
I hope this works out. I hope it does, Paulie. And as always, we're going to keep you guys updated, just like just like we're going to keep you updated on Paulie's bet that Ethereum is going to hit 2K by Sunday.
That's right,
But
baby.
the only way you'll know is if you subscribe to the channel right here. Give us a like, give us a comment, let us know what you think. Give us your opinions, your questions. Let us know what you want us to talk about. And if we feel smart enough to do so, we will. If you want explanations on any of the terminology or any of the approaches or concepts and philosophies behind anything we discuss, please let us know in the comments, and we would love to answer that stuff for you guys.
That's exactly right.
Paulie, do we have anything else to chat about today?
I don't have much. I got a big earnings day tomorrow that I'm nervous about. Hopefully we'll be able to actually we will update everybody, rain or shine, on that movement. But other than that, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment, share it to somebody that you think might profit or just learn something new today on the financial system, on trading, right? If you shared yesterday's and you guys got into Bitcoin or Ethereum, you would have done pretty well today. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's a pretty good ROI on watching a YouTube video.
Yeah, I'll say. So, you did the 3 things. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. All right.